I had a pretty toxic pattern most of my life that I adopted in childhood. And that was I was a fixer, a rescuer, a codependent. I had to be ultra capable and stoic. I had to bury my needs and make sure that I had no needs in order to get love and safety from my caregivers when I was young. And I brought that pattern into my adult relationships. So I was in relationships where I was like probably your ideal partner because I had no needs, no wants that I expressed. I was basically a slave in my relationships. I would do all the mundane domestic chores, pay all the bills, and ask nothing of you. And that was a pretty toxic dynamic and actually attracted more of the narcissistic type people into my life and uh and our traumas fit perfectly. I mean, essentially, I developed my persona, the rescue persona, and my partner developed his narcissistic persona based on our own childhood traumas, and our traumas fit together like a hand into a glove. And it's not about blaming or pointing fingers. I take full responsibility and ownership for how I showed up in that relationship and for how it turned out. So I gave my power away because I didn't have the tools. I didn't have the tools. I didn't have any way to express my I didn't know how to express my boundaries. I was emotionally repressed. I couldn't express my needs and my wants. And so that's how that dynamic showed up. And really, in learning the somatic inquiry tools, my life has completely turned around. I have brought all of the repressed emotions online that the emotions that I repressed kept me in the rescuing, fixing dynamic. And it wasn't until I was able to unrepress or bring online the emotions that I buried that these habits that gave me so much love and safety as a child started to transmute. So I encourage you, if you want to learn more about these tools and find out how you can let go of your rescuing patterns, or at least to make them conscious, because to be honest, I wasn't even conscious of the fact that I was doing this or that it was such a big problem. Mind you, I did go to Coda meetings and that type of thing for a while, and so cognitively, I understood what was going on. And when I went to therapists and cognitively, I worked through all of these issues. However, the body does keep the score, and my body was still keeping these patterns in place. So the fact that I had buried my hurt and my sadness and my fear, my shame, my joy, all of that, and I couldn't acknowledge those feelings